All right, good afternoon, everybody. Today we are going to talk about pages. So, what are pages? What does it do? The page content type is used for foundational or permanent information that may or may not change frequently, such as about us or contact pages. Pages are usually linked to from the main navigation or sub-navigation menus. They are backbones of the site structures, offering essential information to visitors in a consistent layout. So we're going to go through the basic sections of the pages, but the first thing you have to do obviously is log into IWP and begin the setup. I've already started here and I'm just going to go through the basic layout. So the first thing we're going to do is put in the title, which is of course always required, and I filled it in, and we have Heather's Roll With It page. Next section is going to be called your custom slug, and um, the custom slug populates to customize the part of the URL that identifies your content. If left blank, your title will be used. Now, we talked about the title a little bit, but what it is the title of the page is used to generate the page's URL and display in the site's navigation and its breadcrumbs. Now we're going to get into the body and the summary. Now remember, to get into the body and to edit the summary, you have to click into it. Now, summary is a brief custom teaser text that can be displayed alongside the page's title in search results and list. If blank, the system will automatically pull a segment of the text from the body as a summary. And I just left it. Teaching people about pages. Yay. You click out of it. And this is the body. And again, I left it very brief. You can make it as long or as short as you want. Now, the body is the editor where the main content of the page is written. This section supports rich text, including formatting options like headers, lists, links, media embeds, and if no summary is provided, the body's first 600 characters will be used as a default teaser in relevant listings. All right. So we're going to scroll down a little bit here. You can also link things like featured collections. I don't have a featured collection to link, but if you did, you would start typing in here like things to link. Obviously, there's nothing. We can't link anything. You can link more than one featured collection if you want to. Now, you can add this page to one or more, allowing it to appear in groups with related content, improving content navigation for users, and that's been discussed on other pages on how to link it. Scroll down a little bit further. This is your primary image for the page. Now, this allows users to upload one image that will appear prominently at the top of the page, usually full width, enhancing the visual appeal of the content. This image will also be used in the teaser locations and social media shares where applicable. So I've already gone ahead and uploaded an image, but if you wanted to go ahead and say we wanted to X this out, I didn't really like that one. So we're going to add media. Open Media Library. This is where I've picked it from before. Pick from something that's already pre-selected. And I'm just going to click this one again, insert, and there it is. And then you toggle this on, use primary image as the hero. Now we're going to scroll up and we're going to get into the tagging system. Now, we've discussed tagging systems before in other videos. This section allows users to tag content for easy discoverability and categorization. Tags can be used to group the pages with similar content based. For example, counties, Alameda, Alpine, Butte. Just scroll down cultural practices, programs, anything that you want to tag, you can. It's all free for in here. Simple, straightforward. Now, we're going to get into remote content, which is the last page right here. Is this open on another platform? Option to link the page to an external URL, allowing users to navigate to a resource not hosted on UCNR. This is useful for directing users to external resources or partner websites. To see the results once enabled, you will you will need to log out as an editor, so the content will redirect to the provider to the remote URL. So I don't have anything to remote content like link to it, so I'm not going to show you how to do that because there's nothing for me to link to. Now we're going to get into the side navigation bar. This is something we've covered before. To expand it, you got to click on it. Otherwise, it's not going to pop out for you. This is the content moderation. We've talked about this before. So Right now it's in draft. We're going to want to make it published. And there's other things that you can do for options. Here's the menu link title, the title for the page that will appear in the site's navigation menu. So Heather's Roll With It page. Here's my parent link. It's the default menu group, which is IWP Training. The weight's at a 0. Now remember, we've discussed this before. The lower the weight, the higher up on the page it will be. C. Next one, just give me a second. This is if for groups admin role only, and this is simple XML setups. And this provides configuration options for including your content in the sitemap for search engines optimization, so the SEO. This ensures your content is indexed and prioritized correctly by searching for engine bots. You can choose whether to include the content in the sitemap or exclude it entirely. If included, you can set optional parameters. So scroll down a little bit so everybody can see what I'm talking about. The priority is set to 0.5 default. You can change the frequency to daily. That's the default. And you can include an image if you want. So I'm going to scroll up and I'm going to save this, or you can review it if you want. Wait for it to save. And there we go. That's what a page looks like when it's completely set up. Teaching people about pages, Heather's Roll With a page, and that's how it's done. Thank you very much for joining me for this video. I'll see you guys next time.